ahead.
What
You
is this?
finish.
A video?
Honey, we're on camera, and that's not right.
Okay,
That's
well,
not
What is it?
fair.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Oh, we're on camera. Oh, yeah.
Wait, one at a time. You need the light.
Put the lights on.
Lights on.
Anyways,
We're on camera.
we go into the synagogue, and of course they're seeing two Dorothys. They never saw me before.
Okay.
Everybody's all a Twitter.
Okay.
Well, and we have to sit up front, so, you know, then the whole congregation is seeing
It's
us.
Twittery.
All right. And then the rabbi, somebody comes up to us and says, now, the both of you are going to close the ark at the end of the service.
Wait
at
a
the
minute.
end of-
Oh, I already know this.
Shush.
This is in
You
Anaheim.
have to
today.
understand that Dorothy has never ever worn pants to temple before.
Never. I
And
always
Betty
wear a skirt.
made her wear pants.
Pants.
Okay.
That's very important.
That's
Okay,
very
that's very
important.
important. So what kind of pants does she put on? She
Over
puts
the
on
girdle.
jersey pants, you know, with the elastic. Okay, you know, that's giving you a clue.
Is it over?
So
Don't
anyways,
start laughing.
what we have to do is to close the ark after Adon Olam, which is the
I
end of
knew
the
they were going
service.
to choose us because they were twittering. I said, Betty, they're going to choose us to go close the ark. Sure enough, the guy in the red
Here.
yarmulke comes and says, would you close the ark?
Here.
He says, of course. Go ahead.
So he says to close the ark, you have to come in the back and go down the middle aisle. I thought, middle aisle, say, I mean, it's like a bride and groom. I didn't want to do that. I can just go up and close the ark. We have to come down the middle aisle. So we go in the back, and we're getting
We're
ready to
sitting
go
down.
down the middle aisle, and wait a while. Two more songs were going to come up, and then it's Adon Olam, and it's time. Dorothy gets up.
I said, I can't see the speaker. That post is in the way. Let's move up a little bit. So I get up, and
She gets up,
I know this.
and she's wearing a shirt jacket like this. And I want to tell you, thank God she was wearing a dark flesh-colored girdle. Her pants came down, and her rear end was this much exposed.
that big?
That
and
much.
I hear a man say in the back, you're losing your pants.
Wait, a very religious man. He was the gabbai. So Dorothy,
Jerry, let's get into the bad story.
wait a while. So I says, Dorothy, what you have to do now is we don't have a pin. You go into the washroom. This second, you take your pants and you push it inside the girdle all the way around and hold.
Okay,
Fine.
so I went in the
She comes-
bathroom. I did what she told me. I came to back. Of course, as I sat down, the pants
It's falling out of the girdle. She says,
and I don't know what was coming up.
so I said,
You don't, you're a lump.
So I says, Dorothy, do you have a pin? Come on.
I
She
said,
says, I don't have a
purse
pin.
up in the front seats there. So what does she do? She takes my gorgeous rhinestone pin, and she says, she's sitting next to me.
She's
I said,
dissing
should we
you.
go to the bathroom? She says, we haven't got time.
What?
I said, should we go to the bathroom? And you pin me up. She says, we haven't got time.
So I took
she
this
pushes me up.
In the temple?
In the temple with the men,
grabs my
three
pants.
Orthodox men were
She
behind
says,
us. I'm telling you.
And the pin, she says, Dorothy, it's bending. I says, I don't give a shit if it's bending. They all heard me, I'm sure. She's spinning me up.
Did it work?
Well, love is starting. And
I get
there
up.
we go. And I'm all pinned up.
Why didn't you just hold it like
Well, she
this?
couldn't. But how could
Why
she do
couldn't
that?
you?
Because she needed her hands to close the door.
And I didn't get up.
I think you could look like this.
But I would do is I put my hands in my
Why
pockets
didn't
and I
you-
hold them up.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
So when I heard two men say you're losing your pants, and you know what? When I go and we went up and we're coming down from
We're coming back now.
So Betty's we're doing a lump. So Betty's got done. Well, she starts clapping. Goes, oh, and I start clapping. We're dancing in the air with that
Did they fall
No,
down?
we're dancing up the aisle now.
Lucky the pin didn't go.
Oh, just lucky the pin didn't go is right. So, but I tell you something. This,
Okay.
if they, I had lunch with everybody. I didn't know anything that was going on.
Because they were too kind.
If the one says to me, I heard your pants were folding down, you know what I'll say? It wasn't me, it was my twin sister.
Simple is calling each other up. Did you know that Dorothy Rubin's pants were falling down?
And she says,
Reading, and that we, hey, wait a while. I have to say this too. If it wasn't a dark-colored flesh, you'd have seen the crack, and that would have been terrible.
I would have had white hair
And
one.
what's
Yes.
it's really your fault. You didn't wear
What?
pants. What's that?
It's really your fault.
And you
though.
see, it was meant to be
Yeah,
that you're
that's
not
right.
supposed to
It's
look after
in
your
the
mom.
order.
The
Yeah,
moral of the
that's so
story
she
is.
Town because of that.
All right, let's do underwear jokes.
No, wait a second. There's more stories. Wait
Oh,
a
there's-
second.
No, more underwear jokes?
No, she's not done yet.
Well, what was that other story that you took?
No, wait, Betty, tell them how you went
Did
to
she
take
tell
her
you
clothes.
about but
What?
Lily Twitty?
Oh, come on, stop.
Oh, you got to
Kitty?
tell that one.
Tell it.
That she didn't hear it. You should
I
have
read
told
about
her.
it on the blog.
No, I haven't read it.
Betty, you gotta tell them how
is
you
going on
went to
YouTube.
take her clothes.
In 1948, I moved to Delphus, and Dorothy and Sheldon just couldn't stand being where they were. They're coming to see us. They want to see what you're doing. So we went to we had a theater in downtown on Main Street in Delphus
Should've been
that you never
torn
knew
down.
about. Okay.
Should have been doing.
So here it's there's Delphus sitting down. Here is me. Here is Dorothy, and here's Sheldon. In front of us is a woman with high red, hennaed hair, horrible with big bust, and she's sitting next to Joe Falter, who works for Phil.
Horrible.
This woman looked behind us. Now remember, Dorothy and I were 21. We were thin. We were cute. We were pretty, and we were all dressed up. The two of us.
And you were married.
Yeah, we were married. That doesn't matter, honey.
Okay.
Doesn't
This
matter.
woman, this is what Joe Falter says. I know that she looked around and she saw us.
Yes.
In the meantime, Phil on this side whispered to me, "She's the madam of the whorehouse."
Wait.
What's the madam of
The one with the
A big busted woman.
Okay,
That
so,
titty
okay,
lady.
so she looked around and she looked at Dorothy and I, and this is what Joe Falter says. She knocked me in the shoulder and she says, "By golly, if I had those two back in 45, I would have made a mint."
Now they didn't get that it was to do a threesome.
What was the threesome? What?
They didn't get it because there were two of them, and they were gonna. So that's who I mean. You're not getting it.
The first time I heard this story, I'd like to insert. We have a friend named Emily Landry, and she was 13 years old. She was one of. No. She was a friend of Simon's, and she was a cancer patient also at the time that Simon was sick. And so, just like Simon, she had one of these blogs where families and friends would write, "You're doing so great. God bless you," and so on. And well, Bub comes on and writes to, "Dear Emily, when I met you, I knew you were a winner, boy. I saw you. You were walking down the aisles of the hospital with your IV trailing behind you, and I knew you were a winner." Well, and then she goes into this same story. Well, back in 1944, and she tells this whole story about the whorehouse and the whole thing, and she's, "Best wishes to you, love, Simon's Bubby, Betty." Meanwhile, this is in Jackson, Mississippi. Everybody on this blog is extremely Christian and conservative. And so then Josh gets on. He says, "By the time you're my age in your 50s, you think you've heard every one of your mother's stories 50 times." He says, "Wow, Emily, you really must be something special. This is one I've never heard from my mother before."
I've never heard of Titty
Listen,
Mae.
I go to
Her
visit.
name was Lily Mae, but the town called her Titty Mae. And he says,
Real
all
clever.
these years, I'm 50 years old, and I never heard of Titty Mae. Mom, how come you never told me? Well, anyway, Simon enjoyed it, so I was happy about that.
I went to Delphus.
They
Betty
both
and I are
passed away.
taking a walk, and she says, this is the Low Germans. These people, it's like Peyton Place and whatnot. We're taking a walk. A living room door opens up, and what comes out? A pig walks out of the house.
With the same This was in
And Betty
Marble
says,
Town.
"How cute!
A
He's
Sid.
got a curly tail."
Oh. It was a cute little pig with a
house
curly
did it
tail.
come out?
What's that?
Whose house?
Wait a second.
Wait a while.
Arrows.
Lived in the
No,
house
there was
with
a
her.
family.
So she says to me.
With who?
So she says, "You don't know about that." She says, "My other friend there has a monkey living in the bathtub."
Oh, yeah. Wait a while.
You had fish swimming in your bathtub.
You remember
that's
when I
kosher.
lived my
Made 'em
first little
kosher with the
house, my
filter
mentally
fish.
ill neighbor?
Yes.
I had all these stories about my mentally ill next door neighbor who grabs me by the hair and she's going to take me to the police station.
Why?
Because I took down the fence that somebody put up between our property and I was pulling weeds. And so, meanwhile, she, all of a sudden at night,
Oh.
she had a dog
Hey,
and when I first moved in that